So guys, I just saw this clip or different clips of powerful speeches where this man came out and say what we need to hear as a president. This is what Nigeria missed, and I pray I will not miss it in the next election, because this man has proven that he is what Nigerians need. Just take a listen for yourself. Let me get your views in the comment section.
To the removal has stirred significant public debate. What would you have done differently? Because I remember you did say that from day one, you say subsidy is gone. What would you have done differently?
I didn't say from day one. I said I would remove subsidy.
You remove it. Okay.
You know, I didn't say from day one, and I wouldn't have done it
from day one.
Just ordinary announcement.
Okay.
I said, go and read my manifesto. I have to first remove the criminality associated with the subsidy. Because the criminality was over 50% of the subsidy. And then after removing it, we would have been able to present a detailed cost to Nigeria and replacing it with an alternative. What happens here is that people are ready to sacrifice.
And they're sacrificing
No,
now.
but you can't ask people to fast when you're feasting. Everybody have to fast at the same time. So you cannot be in a party, enjoying yourself in picnic and everything, going around with new jets and yachts and everything at the expense of the public. That is not leadership.
Are you claiming that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not giving leadership to Nigeria today?
Well, I said you can't buy New York, you can't buy yachts. You can't be renovating houses of vice president. Where did Osibanjo live? People can live in their houses and govern Nigeria. Where did they live? When I had no place to live in Oka as a governor, I asked them, don't we have any other government house? They said there's a small 3-bedroom house in Onitsha. I went to live in Onitsha. I was living in Onitsha for the 1 year. Ask anybody in Anambra State. I lived in Onitsha. Onitsha is 30 minutes until we're able to build a new. And where we built and I maintain it, when I was governor, throughout the year I was governor, I lived in a 3-bedroom house. Because Downing Street, where the British Prime Minister lives, is 4 rooms. 4 rooms. For an economy that is 10 times our economy, more than. Per capita in the UK is about $40,000. Per capita in Nigeria is not up to 5% of that.
So if I were to put you on the top of a roof to say, scream to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what would you be saying to him about the idea of Nigerians saying the presidency is living large? What would you be saying to him?
Please, cut the cost drastically. There's too much waste. Why would we have Asoro Clinic being built for 22 billion naira when your national clinic, your #1 hospital, have less than 2 billion? It takes from Asoro to national clinic can be more than 5 kilometers. So why the clinic? When Trump had problem, they didn't take him to White House clinic. They took him to the military hospital where every other person, when Boris Johnson had COVID, they took him to hospital. Me and you can go. It's hospital. Why are we always doing what is wrong?
Okay.
It's just hospital. And he has ambulance all over the place. Even when he's moving, couldn't go on. They move with ambulance. With other problems. So if anything happened, the ambulance will take him to the national hospital.
Yeah, excellent.
Should actually be there.
Yeah.
For me, what is important is let's discuss Nigeria. Whether we are going to do coalition or not, let's talk about the future of the country. Because often we abandon the country and what we need to do, talking about power grab. I'm not interested in any coalition that is for purpose of taking power. It is about discussing Nigeria. How do we care about securing Nigeria? How do we care about the common person in Nigeria? How do we care about our children being in school? That is the most important thing for now.
Political power is not going to be served in a is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it at all costs. Fight for it. Grab it. Snatch it.
Yes, sir.
Along with you.
Yes.
We will fight and stop corruption. The first thing about stopping corruption is yourself. If you're not involved, your wife is not involved, your family is not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by over 50%. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure, Paul, you know that. We are committed. We can't disappoint these youths. We must build a new Nigeria. And we'll deal with that. Investors will come back. Those who left, even the young people who are today living, they'll come back. We want to bring them back. Nigerians are prepared to come back if they can find that they have a country to go back to. This green passport, people must be proud to use it.
You were in Rome. We saw the photograph of yourself and the president. Of course, online people thought that otherwise maybe they expected that you and the president are fighting. But then you go to him and there is this...
I and the president is not fighting.
Okay.
I'm not fighting anybody.
Yes.
My fight is against bad governance, against hunger, against poverty, against out-of-school children, against people not having health services. This country have less than 10% insurance care, health insurance. Should be 100%. These teachers teaching here should be paid by government because it's universal basic education. The law says here that our children should go to school free. So what my Lord is doing is helping government. Government should help him.
Okay,
That's what I did in Anambra State. I'm in coalition against hunger, in coalition against poverty, in coalition against good health. Politics for me is not about position. It is about doing the right thing.
But is that a report true, sir?
Whatever you make of it, I can tell you, I, Peter, have told you where I stand. I just came back this morning. I didn't go talk about politics. I'm talking about the education of these children. You don't deal with politicians. I don't fight. I'm not talking about position. In this country, we talk about politics and abandon what we should be talking about. What we should be talking about is how are we going to educate these children.
When I've always displayed my love for Peter Obi, you think I am being superficial or I am being nepotistic or just being biased. There are reasons why one takes a liking into somebody. Now, Peter Obi in one interview said that he wouldn't mind suggesting the unaliving sentence for criminals who loot the economy's wealth or jail term for a minimum of 10 years. Tell me which of your favorite politician will say that. Your Tinubu, I am imagining Tinubu saying that I will want people who loot the country to be sentenced to unalive. I don't see them doing that. Look, if you are hating Peter Obi, it's because you are a criminal. You are either a tribal bigot, somebody who hates Nigeria, somebody who is criminally minded, or somebody who is mischief at birth. Otherwise, how would you hate somebody who everything that comes out of him are positive things? He doesn't abuse anybody. He doesn't call people's name. He is the only one that has been EFCC attacks him, Yoruba attacks him, APC attacks him, Ren Omokri attacks him, which of this person, what's his name? Shore attacks him. Everybody attacks him, but he attacks only the government. He never exchange. Soludo attacks him. You never see Peter Obi exchanging words with any individual. All he does is that I am a trader. He's not poor, but he's doing well. So a man who disdains corruption to the extent of suggesting unaliving for people caught looting the economy's world. What type of man do you think that man is? Is he a man you should hate, or is he a man you should be hating? Truly, I see that the people who have perpetuated our political sufferings are those who have imbibed in themselves this deep, profound hatred on the basis of tribe and on the basis of religion. Take that away from your mind, you will see clearly that Peter Obi is the right man that should rule this country. Don't say that what has Peter Obi done in Anambra? Anambra State is not Lagos. Lagos was a state that was collectively developed by the rest of the states because it was once a capital, just like Abuja now, that all the monies gathered from all the country, a portion of it is used to develop Abuja. Then somebody comes to become governor, you said, somebody comes and becomes a governor, you said he developed Lagos. From where now? How now? Remember First Act 77, all those in fact, I have come to the conclusion that the real problem we have in this country are not the politicians, but these tribal and religious bigots that have refused to see the problems of Nigeria from a clear, settled lens, rather from their myopic tribalism and religious bigotry. If we continue to do that, then let the season of bad leadership continues. You know, I have been biding my time before I make any comment regarding the crisis in Labour Party. The first time I met Julius Abure was in Asaba, one of these rallies where the then governor of, the aspiring governor of Delta State under the platform of the Labour Party was running a campaign. And I met Julius one-on-one. I'm sure Julius wouldn't remember this, but in that crowd, I sneaked in and met him and I introduced myself. I said, my name is Magnus, and he said he doesn't recognize me. And I said, with all the things I've been doing, you know, going into villages, traveling around the states, taking risks, going into places forbidden, campaigning for Peter B, you don't know me? He said, well, then he feigned as if he had a recollection, but that ended there. Now, let me tell you, Julius Abure, when I see you, you simply remind me of a typical black man that doesn't appreciate power. Let me also tell you that Labour Party became relevant only because Peter Obi went to Labour Party. And let me also tell you again that if Peter Obi leaves Labour Party, which I want him to do, that will also be the end of the popularity of Labour Party. For me, Julius Abure represents the typicality of how ungrateful a black man can sometimes be. Now, here is a man who made Labour Party became what it is. Because of Peter Obi, people became governors, people became Senate members, people became House of Reps members, and all you could do to appreciate is to forget him. It was on the back of Peter Obi a lot of people rode into relevance or into governance. I remember the one who came into, the one who got into House of Rep, who was saying that he didn't know Tinubu was this good. Man, it's only in Nigeria I've seen that people can be truly, truly ungrateful. Julius Abure, the least you could do, I don't know you, and I don't think millions of Nigerians who voted for Labour Party didn't know you. They didn't know you. And I'm sure the next party Peter Obi will go through will also reawaken that party. You must be thinking that you are the one who is making Peter Obi. I hear you making a statement that you are going to expose Peter Obi. You are going to expose. Look, people have tried to expose Peter Obi, search Peter Obi, pull his clothes. They found nothing. So there's nothing about Peter Obi you are going to expose. So don't That's a cheap blackmail. You don't have anything to expose Peter Obi for. As a matter of fact, when I see you, Arabambi, and that Babala, what's his name? It's my brain, old age. The old man now, the old man. When I see you do what you do in Labour Party, I'm like, these people have been unplugged. Because Tinubu is going to party by party unplugging people. You have been unplugged, Abure. You have been unplugged. For you to be saying the things you are saying, knowing fully well that you owe Peter Obi a lot of appreciation. Clearly, what we that voted for Obi or that termed ourselves as obedient are a group of people who want the betterment of this country, not who want Labour Party. So if you think you have gathered membership because Labour Party has suddenly becomes a party, a daring party that Nigeria loves. I saw you making comment as if Peter Obi owes you a favor because you gave him the platform. Peter Obi himself is a platform. Peter Obi is a you guys that are antagonizing Peter Obi don't know that Peter Obi is a platform. Peter Obi is a party. Peter Obi is the every. You'll be shocked because every has been quiet. Tinubu has done what he has done. You thought the obedient movement has been conquered. Make I laugh in a Magnus Oraka way. You'll be shocked that when campaign resume, you'll be surprised that the obedient movement is even stronger and bigger, and they are not identified by party. Abure, they are not identified by party. They are identified by a conviction, and it is that conviction that you guys can't kill. That conviction is alive. That conviction is that, look, we are a group of people that hates corruption, that hates bad leadership, that hates a crumbling Nigeria, that loves good people that have no stain. For you, you believe you are in Labour Party for politics. Politics of self-aggrandizement, politics of self-enrichment, politics of just power drunkenness. It's a pity that I have to say these things because I once thought that those of you in Labour Party shared the ideals of those who followed Peter Obi. But unfortunately, it's like Peter Obi and the rest of you in Labour Party do not share a common philosophy or a common idea. Hence, you just want to make noise. When another election exercise comes, you make the noise just for making the noise. Labour Party. But in truth, you favor the status quo of the APC government that is ruining and crushing this country. It is not you that will expose anybody. Rather, you are about to expose yourself. So my small advice, my small tertiary advice, you better shape up or we will shape you out.
So in 2022, I listened to Mr. Peter Obi over and over talk about leadership, and I said to myself, this man is speaking my language. This is what I want for my country. This is how my country should go. This is a good man to stand with to make sure that we have that country, that my country, that people live without fear and discrimination, where I am happy to be around you. I'm not scared. You are not discriminating me based on Christianity or based on religion or political divide or no. We're human beings. We're working with us for what we're doing. So that's how I got in and realized that there's a lot of work to be done. And of course, the party also decided that, well, you've always given direction. So how about you just keep doing it? And so I'm here. I'm going to keep doing it until we get what we want. Nigeria deserves better than she's getting. We're blessed, so blessed. We have everything that a country needs to be rich. And yes, we are rich. We're just mismanaged. That's it. We're rich. We're rich in agriculture. We're rich in solid minerals. We're rich even in the number of our population. We have the numbers to make everything work. We're just mismanaged.
So after watching all these things you're watching now, somebody will still come out and be criticizing P2B and saying negative things about P2B. I think those persons, like I keep on saying it, they are being paid. Because I know when you tell me that after watching these clips, I'm going to play for you guys all the clips from different occasions of P2B saying things that Nigeria exactly needed. Not saying that it's my turn or that Emilio Kondi my turn to become president, but has vision, have plans. How many of our leaders have plans for Nigeria? And how many have shown that they want Nigeria to work? How many have invested their time, their resources in Nigeria to make sure that Nigeria works? How many of them? But P2B have done it with his personal money. He have done it. P2B left billions of naira in office when he was governor for 8 years. He never lived in a mansion. He never asked them to build for them a big mansion. Never asked them to renovate his big mansion. Never asked them to buy them to buy for a private jet. Never asked for anything that he know that will affect the economy. Rather, he was even managing just to boost the economy, which he did in Anambra State. So what's happening in the current government? Is it showing that we can have a better Nigeria tomorrow? Where in amidst hunger and poverty, they are renovating houses with big money, they are buying private jets, they are buying SUVs almost every year for senators. Does that show that they are using their money to better Nigeria for us? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves and then decide who is the best candidate for us. Let me go to the views in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in my next video.